皆さん、こんにちは、こんばんは。今回はサーフェイステンションのエリート難易度動画。あまりにもボリューム大きいので、何パートかに分けるよ。
Last time on Star Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway, now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Jenolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
こんな規模の会議は初めてなので同行できて嬉しいな。
あんまりはしゃがないでおくれ。いろんな代表がいるんだから。
Good to see you. I'd say you're right on time, but it looks like everyone else wants to be fashionably late. We're still finishing preparations for the conference, and Admiral Tuvok is already there. The Klingon and Romulan delegates will arrive soon, so we should head inside as soon as you're ready.
なんだ、まだ早かったじゃないですか。
まあ、1時間遅れてきてもよかったね。
それは遅すぎでしょ。
まあでもぼちぼち集まって入るね。
Thank you for joining us here. We need assistance with preparations for the conference. The Romulan and Klingon delegations are still in private deliberations, but other delegates are arriving. Several preliminary tasks remain before we can begin the presentation. Your support in this matter would be appreciated.
そういえば、近くで何やら議論してるのが聞こえますが。
大使がいっぱい、議論もいっぱい、いやーねー。
記録してるので、聞きたかったら後で流しますけど。
いや、聞きたくないよ。
This Cardassian thug is trying to push Bajor out of this conference. We have as much of a right to be represented here as any other world, more than the Cardassians. They're not even part of the Federation or the Klingon Empire.
I simply inquired about the ambassador's presence at the conference. After all, Bajor is a member of the Federation, Ambassador Sugihara is capable of representing them along with the Deltans, Andorians, Vulcans, and everyone else, even the Tellarites. Though I suspect they'd argue that point rather robustly. Well said. Perhaps there's hope for this conference yet. I'm quite willing to put this disagreement behind us in the interest of the bigger picture.
ああ、大使と話すのは疲れるわ。帰りたくなってきた。口を開けば、講義やら、議論やら、ああ、めんどくさい。
艦長、大使たちに聞こえちゃいますよ。
ああ、たまに派大使と話すのもいいね。ああ。まあサミットなだけあるね。こりゃ大変よ。
まとまるのかな。
まあ、ディー目に破壊者やね。ああ、配置についたね。じゃ進めるか。
あれ、艦長なんかその床変ですね。
Thank you for your assistance. Please take the opportunity to speak with the various delegates. Having an understanding of the positions of each representative will facilitate more effective negotiations.
まあ、こんな機会あんまりありませんしね。
なくてもいいよ。
いろんな意見に触れられていいと思いますけど。
そうかい。
The Zindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Zindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
なんかためになる話でしたね。
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta quadrants is for all the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
あら、今回はあっさり話が終わった。
I sincerely hope that the Federation is not wasting our time here. If your presentation is to explain the threat posed by the Undine, let me spare you the effort. The Klingon Empire has been aware of this threat for quite some time now.
それで、石化どこかな？
部下が案内しますよ。
あれ、ゴーンにだけやけに丁寧ですね。
ゴーン好きだからね、
Thank you for the invitation. Starfleet certainly knows how to organize their meetings on a grand scale. I trust that the Republic will be able to take a leadership role in studying this sphere. The extensive knowledge we've gained from the Solanae sphere should give us an advantage here. And, after all, the gateway that leads to both of these spheres is in Republic space. Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
そろそろ始められそうだね。
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated.
コンソールなら後ろにありますよ。
ああ、そうかい、そうかい。ピピププピピピ。 さて、代表たちに始まるから案内しておくか。ああ、大変やわ。
Ah, it seems the time has come at last. Thank you for the reminder.
さて、あと3人か。まあ広いから大変だよ。ひえー。
I was just going. Don't rush me.
あと2人か。
Oh, yes, I will take my seat.
I suppose we can begin.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
なんか、この辺りの床、変ですね。
まあそうだね。
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such...
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of $500,000 of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Drop to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Kamikuv!
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. We must stop the Undine from breaching Earth's defenses. Species 8472 is already boarded Earth's space dock. Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible.
艦長、新しいキャノン発使用可能です。ご苦労。あ、見た目は古いけど中身は最新だからね。ウンディーネで試し撃ちでもするかな。ワクワク。随分派手にやってくれたね。許さんで。
I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway. Negative. The subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth space dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
さあ、ウンディーネちゃんたっぷりお礼するからね。
The Fortescue and Lisette will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
Earth is one of the most secure planets in the Federation. An attack this small, unexpected.
人間のスネハ全部破壊しろとの命令だ。徹底的に破壊するんだ。司令官、またスネが来ました。そうか、それ破壊変更都合だ。ふふふ。攻撃パターンゆっくりベータ、一人残らず狩るよ。変更ってあんな船乗ってたのか、知らなかった。
Sol will not be safe as long as species 8472 Vessel.
My ship is operational. We will fall in and help you make a drive for the space dock.
シールド派欲しい。戦隊へのダメージもありません。艦長。
ウンディーネちゃんにもっとお礼しないとね。残りのウンディーネ艦へ急行して攻撃。
Earth space dock is taking severe structural damage.
司令官、どんどん味方やられてますが。湾から攻撃続行。
前方シールドに揺らぎがありますが、補正できます。
司令官、味方の存在がごにょごにょ。戦艦後で送るから、攻撃続行。あ、ひょっとしてステゴマなのかな。なんか言ったかな。いえ、何も言ってません。あ、増えてないな。ああ、新しいキャノンなかなかいいね。
艦長、これキャノンっていうかビームですよね。
まあね、でもキャノンだからね。
なんかすごくややこしいですね。
Undine ships are still present. Our work here is not complete. If we do not hurry, Earth space dock may be destroyed.
There are still Undine ships in the system. We must eliminate them.
奴らの基地を破壊しろ。フルパワーだ。
こりゃ急がないと聞けなくなっちゃいますね。 組織付近に結構な数のウンディーネ艦を検知してます。
急がないとね。ほうほう、ドックを破壊したのか。ほぼほぼ破壊できました。仲間よ、完全に破壊しろと言っただろ。戦艦送ってやるから、なんとかしろ。あ、うちの上艦細かいから嫌やな。それで、ルナコロニー派なんとかなったのかな。
ごにょごにょごにょ。
そうかい。タイプになったら戦艦来るのかな。ギリギリ味方減ってるのにな。
まだいますね。キリがないですね。
にしても、惑星破壊できるのになんか妙やね。
まあ、そうですね。
あ、そろそろ限界だな。味方も数えるほどに減っちゃった。無事に誘導性空間に戻れるのかな。まあ無理だろうな。なんか戦艦来る気配ないし、遺書でも書かなくちゃ。
味方の存在がゴニョゴニョゴニョ。
まずいなぁ、アイコにあの脅威もあるのに。
Tethys Dreadnought, inbound.
The Undine on the other side of the planet were no match for Klingon warriors.
やっと来たけど、 遅いんだよな。
Lunar colony secure.
何か言いましたか？
We will put an end to this together.
いやいや、助かったよ。人間どもを蹴散らしてよ。あれ？報告受けた連邦艦ってこんな強かったっけ？買ってくれないと困るんだけど。司令官、もっと応援欲しいんですが。戦艦一隻しか出さんよ。頑張ってね。
インディーネハートドック付近に残ってるだけみたいですね。
困った奴らだね。まあさっさと倒してドック内に侵入してるのも排除しないとね。やっぱりやられちゃったよ。ああ、故郷に帰れないな。ごにゃごにゃ、とりあえず一緒はかけた。送信と、もう無事に帰れないしな。ああ、やっと片付きそうだね。
あと2隻ほどですね。
こりゃ修理大変やでー。
Any ships still in range? There are Undine hunting parties on Earth space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare. There are Undine ships attacking key sites across the quadrant. Our ships are responding to everything they can, but we're stretched thin. When the Undine arrived here, they damaged every ship in the system, hit the orbital platforms, and then most of them just left. Automated defense systems are offline. We're struggling just to keep control of the station.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. I will contact you if there is any change.
The boarding parties on Earth space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success.
留守の間頼んだよ。
わかりました。お気をつけて、艦長。
私も行きたかったんですが、何しろ相手がウンディーネですからね。
まあ、船の安全を守ってね。スタコラさっさ。ああ、大きい船やから移動大変やわ。スタコラさっさ。転送室。ピピー。
サイトプーサイトで転送すればいいんじゃないですか。
ま、そうなんだけどね。
Earth space dock has sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders. Teams from other ships, including some Klingon and Romulan vessels, have beamed to lower decks here on the station. While their willingness to assist us is unexpected, their desire to see this enemy stopped is gratifying.
とりあえず、あのドア開きそうに見えませんが。
まあ、試すだけは試すよ。
やっぱりダメですね。
まあね。とりあえず助けないとね。
Everything hurts. What? Who? Admiral Tuvok? I don't... What? The windows! They came through the windows, walking on the hull. I don't know. After the Klingon and Borg attacks during my cadet cruise, I thought working at Earth space dock would be less... traumatic.
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him. and I will be able to learn what he knows about the attack. I have melded with non-Vulcans before. Their minds are cluttered and chaotic, but I should be able to complete the ritual successfully. My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
まだ人間いたのか。ふふふ、買っちゃうよ。人間がまだいたよ。みんな超攻撃だよ。ふふふ。ああ、なんかキーキー言ってるけど、翻訳できないな。どうやらあの船の艦長もいるね。ふふふ。
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
There is more going on with these boarding parties than mere description. Phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby. We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I thought Earth Space Dock would be a quiet assignment.
ああ、あのパネルやね。ピピピ。ピピピ。
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
人間が接近中です。たっぷり歓迎してあげよう。あの船の艦長突撃ですね。ふふふ、処分する前に尋問しなくちゃね。あちちちちち、こっちがやられてませんかね。艦隊ってあんな武器持ってたっけ。なんか話と違うよ。ててててててて、なんだこれ痛いぞ、いてて。なんだ、味方がやられてるだっけ。あの船の艦長か。なんか負けそうだな。てててて、フェイザーじゃないぞ。艦隊士官なのか。あいつ、いててててて。これは負ける。負けちゃうぞ。いてててて。いや、こうなるならこの任務の日早すんだのに。ここらの歯片付いたけど、奥にうようよおるね
ー。Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
この人間め、床に転がってろ。
I'll stay here. Good luck.
なんだまだ人間いたのか。人間ごときに負けるわけないんだよな、床。
このドア開きそうですね。
開かないと困るな。まあ、試すだけは試すよ。ピッピッピ。
Admiral Quinn.
なんか怪しいけど助けるか。ハイポスプレープシュー。やっぱり所詮派人間だよね。コロッと騙されてやんの。この二人やっつけて、上官に褒めてもらおうっと。やっぱり偽物だったか。
本物どこかな。
ちょっと、人間のくせに、結構味方やられてるよ。どうなってるの。つうか、なんとかしろ。友達がやられたよ。許さんぞ人間ね。あんたっていつの間にあんな歩行型の兵器持ってるんだよ。
shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. Clearly, Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be still alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos will be to re-establish the chain of command. Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine. I will cover you.
Who is this? Communications are damaged. One moment. This is Admiral Quinn.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Egan. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some goal in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. We will make our way to you. Stay alert for more imposters.
ピピピピピ。人間、床に転がってなさい。って。あ、まだいたの。ほら床に転がってろって。キーキーうっさいね。
Ambush.
ふふふ、人間なんて何人いても同じだよ。床に転がせ。
There are still more Undine on the station. I can feel their anger.
こりゃ、彼らと和解するのは難しいね。
まあ、大事に頑張ってもらいましょうか。
人間を追ってややな。床に転がせてもまだおるで。このツボット船の艦長か。捕まえたら上官喜ぶかな。ふふふ。なんかしぶとい人間だな。早く床に転がってろ。なんだなんだ、やけにあるなこの二人。いででででで、おまけになんかフェーザーじゃないぞあれ。いででででで。
The way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck.
なんとしても奴ら人間を止めろ。いでででで。よし、片付いたね。提督のとこ行かないとね。
Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require medical treatment.
あの人間たちなかなかしぶといな。なんか。
It is agreeable to see you, Admiral.
Admiral あとどれだけいるんだか、随分多いな。
まあ、なんか怒ってるように見えなくもないですね。
片付いたかな？
まだいるようですね。
多いなぁ、床がウンディーネだらけになるよ。
でも残りそんなに多くないですよ。
だといいんだけどね。ああ、やっとあと1体か。ひえ、多かったな。
Thank you. Now maybe we should... Commander Egan. Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said...
The weak will perish.
所詮人間だよな。ここまで提供されたのさ驚いたけど。まあ、その武器で撃つのやめてくれる？まだ話の途中。いててててて。
He is tapping into the bioship's power matrix.
いや、結構なパワーレベルですよ。
面倒なことしてくれるね
ウンディーネまだいますね。うようよ。
まあでも、この親玉倒せばどうにかなるね
よし、これくらいでいいか。ふふふふ、人間なんて軽く踏み潰してやる。我々発用、人間さ弱い、弱肉強食なんだよな。まずさ、このバルカンから、ててててて。
まあ、弱いのハウンディーネなんだよな。
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, I didn't see that coming. Egan. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us. Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos. Come. Kronos may not have much time. The Federation and the Empire have been at war for far too long. Now we must join together for the common good.
そうだ、量子スリップに入っておくれ、最大速度だよ。
わかりました。
ああ、まったく、陽動と流行ってくれたねー。
もうそろそろクロノスに到着します。
まあ、クロノスの方が敵感多いだろうね、シールド最大。
センサーによると、ゴニョゴニョゴニョ。
ひえ、なんか多いね。
We have arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Just 2 Federation ships? 2? Where is the Enterprise? Where's the rest
Force is contacting all available ships and...
Words are meaningless. Deeds show the true art of a warrior. Join me if you are not as cowardly as the rest of the Federation. Today is a good day to die.
安らかにつけたのかな。まあどうせ負けないしね。でも船来ちゃったよ。センサーによると艦隊の船やらロメランやら接近中のようです。バレたのかな。まあでも人間のくせにバレるわけないや。念のため、あれの準備急がせろ。わかりました。人間のくせに安西抵抗するな。人間ってすごく弱いはずなんだけどな。
That was only a small force. The rest of the Undine fleet will not be so easily defeated.
Are you afraid, Vulcan? The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
司令官、敵の援軍が到着し始めました。どないしましょう。満席来たところで我々の敵ではない。さっさと片付けろ。でもギリギリこっちがやられてるような気がするんですけど。何か言ったかね。いえ、全力で叩き潰します。
艦隊の方の援軍入ってくるんだい。遅くないか。
ごにゃごにゃごにゃ。
はあ。
司令官、もうぼちぼちあれの準備が整います。そうかそうか、ふふふふ、プロの非可能時期ふふふふ。
The orbital defenses alone will not be enough to stop the Undine advance.
We would not be alone if anyone in the Federation had the heart of a warrior. Integrity below 75%.
本当にあれの準備進んでるのかね。もちろんです。もうじっと整いますから。遅れたら問責どころではないぞ。
援軍遅いなぁ。しっかりしてくれよ。
もうじき到着するそうですが。
さっきも聞いたような気がするけど。しょうがないね。攻撃パターンゆっくりベータ、蹴散らすよ。
I calculate our current chances for a complete victory to be 6.47.
That wouldn't be the case if anyone else from Starfleet had bothered to show up! The tide may turn against us, but this will be our day of glory! Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
Target shields have failed.
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
こちらはゆっくり提督。私が指揮を取る。全艦私の後に続いてくれ。
全艦応答ありました。
ああ、やっと攻勢に出られるわ。はあ。
司令官、艦隊の援軍が到着したようです。あれの準備がどうなっとるんじゃ。させて もうちょっとだけかかります。いつか欠陥が見つかりまして、直し次第配備します。新任のエンジニア波動もマイペースすぎるな。ゆったり、ガムケース、でちゅ、無理無理、ゆったり。ふふふふ、我ながらこんなの作れるなんて僕天才かもね。ふふふふふふ。司令官、こちらがじりじり押されているようです。人間のくせにやりおるな。クリンゴン派との核、あの船、艦隊にあんな船あったとさな。っていうことは特性が艦隊特有のものじゃないぞ。どうなってるの？ふふふふふふ、ハサミジョキジョキ、ガムテープベトベト、ふふふふふふふ。これなんでも遅すぎないかね。一体いつまでかかっとるんじゃ。主力艦から援軍要請出てるんだぞ。早しろ。正直です。バカモン、悠長に待ってるほど時間差もうないぞ。と言われましても、このまま出したらどうなることやら。司令官、我が艦隊が数えるほどにまでやられております。この作戦をした私の立場がなくなるぞい。ガムテープ、ペリペリ、のり、ベッチョベッチョ、グフフフフフフ。
この付近の敵は片付きそうです。
はあ、やっとだよ。
Secure the shipyard. Then we'll drive them back to fluidic space.
司令官、かなり押されています。あれが早急に入ります。そう入ってもまだ準備が終わっとらんそうだ。なんか負ける気がしてきました。そうだな。無理無理、ベタ、ベタ、無理無理。ふふふふふ、もうじき完成だ。ふふふふふふふふ。今のうちに一緒でも書いておくか。死ぬ時までも一緒します。こんな手柄はしい空間で朽ちるのか。ジョキジョキジョキジョキ、無理無理、ベタ、ジョキジョキジョキ、無理、ベタベタ。そういえば、司令官から最速の通信が来なくあったな。まあいいや。
はあ、なんとか排除できそうだねー。で、被害派？
ごにゃごにゃごにゃごにゃごにゃ。
どうしたんですか？そんな浮かない顔して。誰のせいでこんな顔しとると思っとるんだ。一応完成したので配備します。 今更かいな。返してください。人間なんてちょいちょいと吹っ飛ばせます。
Rear shields failing.
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons!
The Undine have a new planet killer!
Target that ship, and fire all weapons!
No effect! They're too strong!
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
The Aquarius is beginning its attack run.
敵把握エリアスには気づいていないですね。
よかった。このまま前進。
Sean's attacking that planet killer on his own? Sacrificing his ship? His life?
We must assist Captain Sean. Do not let his act be in vain.
Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
The Klingon High Council wishes to discuss the most recent developments. We have been invited to transport directly to the High Council chambers.
スタコラさっさ。スタコラさっさ。スタコラさっさ。はぁ、遠いなぁ。スタコラさっさ。
大きい船なんですし、サイト2サイトにすればいいじゃないですか。
転送室。ピピー。スタコラさっさ。
are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Kronos is too important to lose.
A true peace may not be on the table yet, but I hope we can at least broker a lasting armistice. But first, we celebrate today. Earth and Kronos are safe.
My people have respected the Federation ever since our first encounter with your famed Captain Kirk. I have advised Chancellor Jimpok that the Gorns support the idea of a ceasefire. Perhaps this will lead to greater freedom for all of us.
Earth and Kronos are safe, and the Romulan Republic is pleased to assist its allies. I just wish my father could see all of us working together toward a common goal. This is the future he dreamed of.
The 5 races of the Zindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
You have shown your true nature today. Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation. The conflict between us has gone on long enough. Now we should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
You fought well for someone from Starfleet. Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning. Do not attract our attention again.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing catspaw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again. There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords. Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
というわけで今回はここまで、ご視聴ありがとうございました。それじゃあ、バイバイ。